Adam and I are working on this puzzle. Hey guys, good morning.
I got for Christmas.
Yeah, it's a Trolls World Tour puzzle. These are, I think, the smallest pieces that she...
No, they're biggest. They're these big puzzles.
Yeah, she hasn't worked on
it's
like
really
a
hard to
48
find.
piece puzzle by herself.
Yeah,
She's
really...
done the larger 40,
actually
I think those were like 36 pieces, the larger ones. This is a pretty small puzzle, but anyway, she's doing pretty good. She got part of it.
Wait, I guess a different one goes somewhere.
Oh, they must be baking something. So, I will not wait. Goodbye. I'll wait, Mr. Panda. And then Panda's putting some flour.
Mila's been playing with that fish all this time. She loves it. That came from Nin. But Lola, totally uninterested.
It's not interesting.
She don't care. Mila loves it. And Everly loves it too. Only 2 more.
And then I'm done if I win.
Go get that.
Oh, this one fits and you won't.
Boom, good job.
Sissy! Hurry, I want to say something.
The girls are eating some lunch, peanut butter and jelly and some fruit cups and some apples, huh, Mama? But I wanted to share with you guys these cute socks if you have little ones. These are so freaking cute. I got them on Amazon, of course, but they have little characters, animals, bears, I don't know, kitties, whatever they are with the little ears on them. They do have the grip. They were reasonably priced. I think there's 12. So 12 pair, and I think it was like $13 or $14, which is pretty reasonable for baby socks. I checked Target and Walmart to do like a drive up on them, and it was cheaper to do on Amazon. So super cute. And then they have just like regular ones that these have bunnies and strawberries and just a whole bunch of different pairs, but so cute. And I got her the 12 to 24 months. She has some socks right now, but we lose socks like nobody's freaking business, man. These have cats. And the bunnies. Oh, they're just so cute. Oh, these are really cute. So it's nice to have backup. I'm going to put these in her drawer right now. It's later in the afternoon, so I'm hoping this cooks. I'm not going to open it, but you can kind of see what it is from in, I guess, just that little space. But it's the Skinny-ish dish white chicken chili. I will link the recipe down below and I'll show you when I'm done. Because I started it so late and my chicken was completely frozen, I needed to cook as much as I can. There's only about 3 hours until dinner. So anyway, that's what we're having. I'm still kind of sipping on my coffee. Everly's about to go for a nap and everyone finished school. Autumn actually finished school a little bit early today because Zoom technical difficulties, which ended up working out fine. Another Amazon buy today. Our Dyson battery, which is right here, has gone bad. So if you guys know, we have the Dyson animal something, I don't know, you've seen it. It's like purple and red-ish color, like a bluish red, bluish purple, I don't know. Anyway, we've had it for just a couple of years, but if you know if Dyson has like a battery return program, because I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if I should just throw it away or what. I feel like it's a lithium battery. So I don't know what to do with it. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. We just bought one off of Amazon because it was better than buying a full new battery, and it seems to be working really great, and it was $30 to replace. So just in case your Dyson Animal Vacuums batteries are not lasting as long, usually we were able to get anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes suck time from it, and it was down to like 3 to 5, which is very inconvenient when you're literally vacuuming with it multiple times a day. So anyway, that's another Amazon find. I'm also waiting from Amazon today because I really haven't been to the store just to do, in fact, I need to do a little tiny grocery pickup. We need eggs and milk for Everly and some bananas and maybe just like 1 or 2 more things before we're actually able to get to the grocery store again. We are going on just under 2 weeks for groceries. So we're good in most places, just the milk. And what's weird is when I bought the Horizon milk, which is more expensive, it's even more expensive at Walmart and HEB. It wasn't $7.99 a gallon like at Target, but it was still more expensive. It lasted longer. I don't know if it's because it's in a solid jug versus a clear jug. I'm not sure, but the HEB brand that's $5.68 a gallon only had like a week to 2 week shelf life, and the other one had like 2 months shelf life. I don't know if that's normal or what. I would think because it's organic it would go bad faster, but I don't really know a lot about that stuff, and I haven't taken the time to like Google it or whatever. I'm just sharing my thoughts. I could probably find it, but something about the Horizon brand, it lasts a lot longer in the fridge, so it may be worth the splurge of a couple of extra dollars to get it. It's $6.49 at HEB and $6.99 at Walmart. So it's still a little bit more expensive. What's wrong, Mama? Still a little bit more expensive, but not as expensive as Target. Even Target's regular brand of whole organic milk is less expensive than the Horizon brand, but more expensive than Walmart and HEB. You ready for nap? I'm at the computer. Everly's taking a nap. The big girls are playing, I don't know what, something on their Switch. Minecraft, Pokemon, something. I can hear music in the background too, so I really don't know. They're watching a movie. I think the Emoji Movie. But I'm in here, and oh wow, that's an old vlog. Why would that pop up on my recommended? That's so strange. Sometimes I get recommended for my own vlogs, which I think is very weird because I'm like, YouTube, can you not tell I'm the one logged in? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going through comments from yesterday's vlog. Kind of like a catch-up vlog from the weekend. This one is kind of a catch-up vlog the last few days as well. I'm trying to get back onto a everyday schedule type of thing. I just had very little footage from the weekends. I find that the weekends are much more boring than I have anticipated. I just am not as productive on the weekends. We don't have as much to do, things like that. So anyway, I kind of have been lumping a few days in at once, and this particular vlog was with or about the washer and dryer, the Maytag washer and dryer, and pretty much every single one of you, oh, I got the chills. It's so cold over here. Like no heat comes to this area. It's insane. And I know it's because heat rises, but I don't know if it's because the walls here or the exterior of the house is just so cold. And in the summertime, it's so hot. So I either have to have a fan in the summer or a heater in the winter. But pretty much every single one of you that have either the same type of washer, not necessarily the same brand, but same type of washer without the agitator, have these same complaints. And so I've learned, I didn't know this, but I do use the bedding cycle if I'm doing like their comforters. If I'm just doing sheets, I don't always use the bedding cycle, but some of you are saying that I should be using the bedding cycle with sheets, like anything large like that. So I'll try that next time. A lot of you have the Samsung washer and dryer, and you say it does the same thing, which is it'll tell you it'll be done in an hour, and it'll actually take an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes. Or it'll say 24 minutes left, and it bumps itself up to 26, 28, 30 minutes. And a couple of you are saying that it's because it has to, when it does not have an agitator, it has to rebalance itself, which is why it adds minutes to it. That makes sense, but it still sucks. I wish we had not got rid of I thought our old washer and dryer, which is what came with the house 11 years ago, you know, it was an old school, cheap, like with the agitator. I was like, oh, it's just time for, they were like dirty and kind of grimy and gunky, and instead of like breaking down and cleaning them, I was like, it's just time for a new one. We've had these for a long time. So we got these, and honestly, I regret it. If I could go back to like a regular washer and dryer, one that, you know, you're like, oh, I need an extra rinse cycle. You could stop it mid rinse and like rinse and drain it. And I don't know, I miss that. These smart things are just not working for me. What else? There's a few, a lot of you said to put the cats in the picture frames on the wall. That is it really hurts my heart. I actually do have a picture of, I thought I had a picture of Bello. Oh yeah, I do, up there. Up there, there. And Dulce's somewhere, maybe in the one that I have upstairs. So I do have the animals on the wall, but I never even thought to put Mila and Lola in those pictures, but that's a great idea. So many of you guys suggested that. A couple of you suggested like 2 girls and 2 girls, but professional pictures, I don't have 2 girls and 2 girls. They're either individual or all 4. So I didn't even think to put the cats. That's a great idea. I'm going to print some pictures out for the cats and do that. And then I have the extra frame that does not match the ones that were on the wall. I have, so the ones up there all match, and then I have the extra one that the Walmart grocery pickup gave me. Why, I don't know, but they gave it to me. And so I have that on the coffee bar. I have to find a picture maybe of all of us or something that's super cute that I'll put over there. So I need to print out a few pictures. I need to find some good pictures of the cats, and or maybe I need to take some, but I think it would be better if I could find some or take some. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, thank you guys for all of your feedback and comments and everything, and I really appreciate it. I don't always reply to everybody, but I do read through them, good and bad, and I do go in and like them and comment back to those of you that have questions and stuff like that. So I try. Some days it takes me a few days. This particular day didn't take me that long. I was able to do it the next day. Also, so many of you have noticed how big Autumn's getting. It's crazy because I think when you have a smaller one, you kind of miss that next one. Like, you just miss that moment when they go from like little toddler to big kid. It's crazy. So yeah, she's getting so big. And so many of you commented on Everly's hair, which I think is hilarious. She definitely has the most hair at this age than any of them had. It's still, to me, it looks like it's going to be straight. I don't think it's going to have any wave. It definitely doesn't have curl because it would already have curl. I don't think it's going to have wave. I think it's the haircut. She has like a cowlick on the side and in the back. I think that's what's giving her that added wave, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. She does have a full head of hair though. It's crazy how much she has. She never lost it like the other girls. It just kept growing and kept growing. So anyway, thank you guys for the comments. I'm going to try and get ahead of tonight's vlog and edit while Everly is sleeping, especially since I have dinner already in the crock pot. I'm so mad. I just spent the last 20 minutes of my time looking for footage from yesterday. I had the whole rest of the day yesterday filmed and I don't know what happened to it. It cut off when we were running errands. I don't know if I had a memory card error and I didn't realize it or what, but that stinks. I hate when that happens. It's just like, oh, really? So yeah, it's nowhere to be found. It's not, sometimes I can see the footage on my camera, but then when I go to import it, it's not there. Sometimes vice versa. I can't see it when it's there, but when I import it, it's there, and I can transfer it over. If you don't deal with footage or know anything that I'm talking about, you're probably like, Melissa, I don't know and I don't care. But that stings. I hate when that happens. Anyway, yesterday I was talking about just like distance learning in the evening because I had a parent-teacher conference with Maddie's teacher yesterday morning, and Emmy's is next week. So I don't know how I can see her grades, so I know she's doing well, but I don't know what their feedback and stuff is. So Maddie took an assessment test and she's testing above average for where she is. So they're halfway through first grade and she's already where she needs to be by the end of first grade, which is awesome. I'm very excited about that, especially because we've been distance learning this entire time. And honestly, it's very easy for me to, how can I say this without sounding like a bad parent? There's probably no good way to say it. So honestly, it's very easy for me to allow them to not do optional work or not do the extra, I don't know, reading or whatever. It's so much easier if we have errands to run or Everly and Autumn are giving me a hard time or whatever the case may be. It's very easy for me just to kind of put their schoolwork extra, not what's needed to be done, but like extra credit or optional work. It's easy for us to just be like, oh, we're not going to do it, which is awful. You should allow your child, and if the girls want to do whatever, they do whatever they want. But if it involves something that I have to directly do. Typically we put it off to the end of the day or the next day. Sometimes we forget about it, and there are assignments that get lost. I mean, it is what it is, you know, with when you turn in things online and the teachers have so many kids to deal with, some things do get lost. And this happened to us twice actually. We turned in her assignment, happened to Emmy once too. Turned in the assignment, teacher says she never got it, gave them a 0. We didn't notice until we got the progress report. When we got the progress report, it says we were missing these assignments, and we have pictures and proof that we turned them in, which I guess that's a good part about it. And so anyway, this is what I was talking about yesterday. Part of it that got edited out. I was also talking about doing, which I mentioned earlier, I have some Ziploc vacuum sealer bags, like a variety pack coming from Amazon today at some point. I showed the upstairs closet, the little mini closet between Maddie's room and the bathroom, how I was like putting away sheets, and I wanted the Ziploc bags to condense the sheets so that I could have more space in there. I was talking about all these things and all the footage got deleted. Just like, so I'll show you guys that tonight. And back to Maddie's assessment and everything. It made me feel good to hear that she has A's in everything and that she scored well above average on her assessment test, which is great. She actually scored the highest out of the 2 sections of first grade. Completely. So that makes me feel really good that she's a smart enough kid that those few little things that we don't have time for haven't made that big of a difference, which I'm not condoning. I don't think is like the right thing to do, but it does make me feel good that she's on the right track and she's not falling behind. Choosing to distance learn was like a really hard thing for me because I felt like they were getting less than kids that were in school, and I still feel that way. I still feel like some of their assignments get slighted by parents, by teachers. Some of the instruction gets slighted. We're teaching them a lot of stuff here at home. They're not directly learning it from the teacher. And so because of that, I felt like maybe her education wasn't, both of theirs, but Emmy's very independent with her education. So a lot of these things she's done before, and this is just adding on to it. A lot of the stuff that Maddie's doing because she's in first grade, she's learning for the first time. So yeah, I don't know. I was really nervous. I was nervous that maybe she would be subpar, like behind or just average. And so it makes me feel really good that she's above average in all the subjects, reading, math, everything. The one thing that the next test, like assessment test that they'll have, which the first graders are not state mandated until 3rd grade, which is good. Emmy's always been where she needs to be. She's never fallen behind. So I had, all these years, I've had great knowledge that she would be fine in her academics. She always has been. But Maddie's just starting, you know, she's only been in like real school for 1.5 years, and the 1 year was kindergarten, which, let's be real, is not like, I mean, they learn very basic stuff in kindergarten. You don't start getting into the nitty gritty until like 1st grade when they start a whole bunch of stuff. So anyway, that's what I was talking about yesterday. So all you mamas who are distance learning and you're just not keeping up, you're like, what am I doing wrong? I'm missing half the assignments, you know, like we're missing Zooms, we're late, we're this, we're that. It's all going to fall into place, and that's what I hope and pray for every single day. And this just meeting with her teacher kind of made me feel better about that. Yes, you may get a snack. So anyway, needless to say about the vlog, I'm really sorry because the vlog is super short. It's only 12 minutes and 21 seconds, which is abnormal for me. So just be prepared for a long one tonight. Okay, we just finished up dinner. This is what the chicken chili looks like. Very simple ingredients, really, really easy to do, and it was delicious. It was bomb, actually. And so this made, well, I put in my app for 6 servings. I'm about to portion it out and see exactly how many portions I get out of it. But I don't know if it was the milk I used. I think some people use this, they can get it for 0 points, but mine was 1 point per serving, which is still awesome. I used a tablespoon of the real bacon crumbles from Costco for 1 point and a little bit of fat-free mozzarella for 0 points. It was 2 points for my dinner, and it was so good, so filling. I just had a small bowl, 1 ladle full, and I am like stuffed, I guess because it's so much protein with the beans and the chicken. Really, really good. Everybody else liked it as well. Autumn, but everybody else liked it. Okay, this is the little closet I was telling you guys about earlier. It's just really tiny. It's about half the size of a regular door, and it's about half the size of a regular closet, I feel like, linen. At least, yeah, so we're very limited with having essentially 5 beds in the house. We're very limited on extra space. So Emmy does not have any extra sheets. Well, that's, I guess, technically a lie. We have these sheets that it's Maddie's old Elena of Avalar set, and it has two sheet sets to it that could fit Emmy's bed, but she's kind of old for Elena of Avalar, and she never, like, we just wash sheets and reuse them. I guess I should say her old bed was the twin bed that Autumn has right now, so she never had, when we upgraded her to her big girl furniture, she never had a full-size bed prior to that. So the sheets that she has right now are the sheets that came with it, and she hasn't had an extra set since. We just wash them once a week, and she puts them back on before bed at night. We've never had a problem. I do have Christmas sheets that I bought on clearance for them, so if we had to, we could use those, but they're for really next year during Christmas time. So I don't have an extra sheet set for her. I have just the pink sheet set that I washed and took off my bed right now. The white set that we have is new. It's from Amazon. Very inexpensive. It was like under 40, I think $35 or something. And it's nice, and it's only because we got a new mattress pad that I wanted new sheets, because our old mattress pad had like stains and stuff on it. It just was not good. So anyway, that's all we have. We have the blanket that we have on right now. I think I'm going to get rid of that comforter because we don't use it. And I think I'm going to get rid of that bath set because we have not used it since we first moved into this house. It was actually the bath set that we had at our first apartment together 12 years ago. We only used it when we first moved into this house, in this bathroom right here, before we had kids and everything, is just like a guest bath. Now it's got kid stuff all in it, and honestly, even if I redid it, I probably would never use that burnt orange again. I may end up keeping part of it for the downstairs bathroom, but maybe not. That's just not really my style anymore. I loved it for our apartment, but probably not now. So why I'm holding on to it, I don't really know. So I'm thinking about getting rid of that. And then this right here, these two, this was Emmy's old twin set, and then this was Autumn's twin set when she first got the bed. And then she got her Trolls twin set, which is what she has on her bed right now. Now if anyone's gonna have an accident, it'll probably be her. So I'm going to hold on to these sets just in case. Also, they're twins, so it's easy enough if we have somebody over, one single person could use it on the floor. We also have sleeping bags here and here that I have to figure out. So I have these are the bags that I bought off Amazon. I'll link them below. If you subscribe and save, they had a coupon for 30% off. So this 6-bag variety was only 11 bucks, which is awesome. It's a space bag, and it came with, let's see, here. Thank you. 2 medium, 2 large, 1 extra large, and a travel suitcase that rolls. So I think that's a really good variety. This is the medium, and I'm hoping the medium I can fit a whole twin set in here. We'll actually see. I may have to have the large, and I may be able to just do sheets in here, but I'm hoping to get everything back in here very neatly with the comforter and the sheet set that goes with it. So if we need it for whatever reason, we can pull it out and everything's together, but we'll see.
Stepped into my life, such a magic feeling when you tore down my walls. I wish I could go back to right before you told me I'd try to change it all. But look at us now, it could have gone so far. It hurts to realize we're parted. Yeah, look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. strangers again. We're like strangers again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. We'd never fall, could have tried much harder. Now all we have are scars. You said we'd get so high, higher up than heaven. You said we'd reach the stars. But look at us now, could have gone so far. It hurts to realize we're parted. Yeah, look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Strangers again. We're like strangers again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again.
Okay, I need to get the kids in bed, but I thought I would share with you real quick what I ended up doing. So in those space savers, I still have 2 left. The travel one, which I have no idea what I'm going to do with, and a large. So I had to do the 2 twin sets, but I got 2 twin comforters and all the sheets, including top fitted and pillowcases and extra pillowcases actually in the large. And then in the medium, no, in the extra large, I'm sorry, extra large, I got 2 twin sets. In the large, I got the full size set with the 2 sheet sets, including 2 fitted, 2 tops, and 4 pillowcases. Actually, I think there are 6 pillowcases. And then in the medium ones, I was able to get our other white sheet set that is pretty dingy, but just in case we need it, the white sheet set with the other white duvet cover that we don't use very frequently, but again, if we needed it, I wanted to keep it just in case. And then the pink sheet set with all 6 or 8 pillowcases, and then the extra Ziploc bags. Here are just some extra blankets that the girls tend to grab. They each have one in their room right now that'll go here if they don't need them, like especially in the summer, they don't grab these blankets very frequently. This is a duvet cover that I'll probably put on sometime soon when I switch out my gray bedspread. And then I have probably use that. Oh no, I have my duvet under my bed right now in a Ziploc bag already. So I'll probably just put my current comforter that's on the bed in that one and put the, not duvet, the down comforter on the bed. And then I have a whole empty shelf. Emmy's sleeping bag, somehow we miraculously got it back in the bag. So that, and then Maddie's sleeping bag does not have a case. Autumn's sleeping bag is at the top of her closet, and then Emmy has a smaller sleeping bag that little kids could use like Autumn at the top of her closet, the extra Christmas sheets, and then we keep this big vacuum in here. So it looks a lot better than it did. I ended up getting rid of the large comforter. We never use it. We haven't used it in a while. And all of those, that burnt orange set, I'm going to donate that stuff because we just don't need it. So looks so much better in here. I have room and I feel much better. And very easy to just unzip these. The air comes right out. And as long as you put like a dryer sheet or something in there, they stay fresh. Pull them out, you use them, wash them, put them back. And I wanted to make sure I had enough room for like if I was going to rotate, I would take something from here. I want it to have a place to go back to whenever we're not using it. So yeah, that's my little project for the night. And now it's done. I've had some friends the entire time. Emmy's been up and down. Maddie's downstairs with Autumn and Everly, but Lola and Mila love it up here. They mess around, and yes, that's nail polish. We desperately need this carpet to be changed, but I don't know if it's worth it before we move. Just to clarify, we're not moving anytime soon, but I just don't know if it's worth it to invest the money in brand new carpet right now and like uproot the house and everything. Hi! When we do plan on getting a different house in the next few years. So something that we're teetering with. We also would like to change this wood floor to tile eventually because this is just not cutting it anymore. You done? Are you done? Hey guys, I have been sitting at my desk. I don't even remember the last thing I vlogged. Maybe right before the girls went to bed, the closet. The big girls were up for a little while just hanging out, playing a game or something in Emmy's room. But I put Autumn and Everly to bed pretty quickly after I did that. It's 11 and I've been sitting here. I edited the vlog earlier when Everly was asleep. I think I talked about that. And then we had dinner and everything and it worked out nicely. Got the kitchen cleaned up and straightened up the living room. That's pretty much been what I've been doing every single night, like I mentioned before, just to make sure my honey bunny has like a clean environment to come home to. He doesn't walk in and he's like, what the heck, a bomb blew off. However, I do have some donation things at the edge of the stairs that I'm going to try and drop off sometime this week. I'll probably throw them in a bag in the garage. And then I have a couple of trash bags in my closet. I'm still currently going through clothes rotation, and as I'm wearing stuff and I just don't like it, I put it straight into that pile, and then I'm going to put the whole pile in the washer before I donate it. And yeah, some clothes, like the shirt I was wearing yesterday, I like it, but it's itchy up here. I was like scratching my neck all day long and it's tight around my abdomen. Now that could be fixed with weight loss, but I'm to the point right now where I have been in these clothes and around this weight for so many years that I'm more like, if I lose the weight and consistently keep it off, I will buy more clothes, because most of my clothes will fit for probably a good 70, 80 pounds. I'm not even joking. I bet you, because I've been up to 40 pounds heavier than what I am right now, and I could still wear most of my clothes. So, and most of them are just starting to fit the way that they probably should fit, and they should have fit back then. There are very few things that I actually have not put on anything recently that is just too big on me. So I think I got rid of those things, like my maternity stuff, a long time ago, since I know I'm not having any more babies. So like I said, I'm more to the point now where my clothes, it's just if I'm comfortable in them right now. I don't want to hold on to clothes that I'm like, in 20 or 30 pounds, it's going to fit great. It's going to be comfortable. I'm past that. I feel like, yeah, I'm past that, because if I don't get past that, then I'm going to, I think, set myself up for failure by keeping onto everything. I think is just, I have a couple of things that I'm willing to hold on to for, you know, the 15 or 20 pounds that they'll look and feel better on me, but I'm not going to hold on to everything that just doesn't fit. It doesn't make any sense in my mind. So I have those upstairs. They're not really in his way, but I have been trying to make sure that the kitchen's clean. There weren't enough dishes today to run the dishwasher, but normally I've been doing that, letting the dishwasher go at night. So then the next morning, everything's clean. Like I said, there really wasn't a lot. We ended up using paper plates for dinner tonight, which really cuts back on dishes. So, yeah, and then I had a crock pot meal, so there was only one pot really to clean there. So it was a pretty chill night. Very easy, very relaxed. We moved the rug around a couple days ago and Mr. Rover still gets stuck underneath it. So I'm trying to figure out something that I could put underneath the couch to where he just won't go that way, because yeah, it's a pain in the butt. I need him to go all the way around everywhere else downstairs, and he keeps getting stuck on this one spot under the couch. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. So if you have any advice for that, let me know in the comments below, because yeah, I'm like I said, frustrated. Anyway, on a lighter note, I've been sitting here. I made sure the vlog got uploaded and everything, and did my thumbnail, my cute thumbnail of Logan and his birthday. And I have been doing sinking funds. I added, so I don't talk about budget stuff a whole bunch. I don't feel like that's something that I always, like, I'm not a budgeting channel. I take budgeting advice from other people. I really have done my own thing for so many years. And although that worked and, you know, we did fine for a while, I have been implementing little things from different people that I watch. Dave Ramsey, I don't watch him, but I have listened to podcasts about him. I watch a channel, I forget what their name is, but they do The Budget Mom and Dave Ramsey, and they talk a lot about what he offers in baby steps and just various things like that. We don't need the whole program, so that's why I haven't committed to something like that. I do love The Budget Mom because I feel like she gives you like the after, what you're saving for long term and sinking funds and stuff like that. And I really had been, I've talked about this before, we had done like sinking funds prior to what I even knew what they were. We had a couple of extra savings accounts where we would throw like back to school money, birthday money, and Christmas is pretty much the only thing that we did. And then of course we have like we have an emergency savings, and then we have a main savings, and then we have savings accounts for each of the girls. And that's pretty much it. We have a couple checking accounts. We have a few bank accounts, like different banks, and that's it. Nothing like over the top, nothing exciting. So when I started watching The Budget Mom and she does sinking funds, she actually has free envelopes that for like all the holidays that you could do. The only thing is I don't know if you can get these if you have not purchased something from her. I think it's from her shop. You have to have like a code to get in. Of course, I'm not going to share that because I have purchased from her several things. In fact, I purchased these cashless little Christmas things, the New Year's ones. I have the fall ones. I have her Budget by Paycheck workbook, the printable one. So I have access to that stuff, but if you haven't ever bought anything from her, I highly recommend. But her stuff's fairly inexpensive, and I feel like you could use it for long term for a lot of purposes. Anyway, this is one of the free printables. It's a bunch of different sinking fund envelopes, and then what I do is I take the cashless tracker and I stick it to the back of it. This one needs to be cut down, and I keep track of it right there. So my whole point in this is I added three sinking funds to our monthly sinking fund. The more I thought about it, I had a certain amount for Christmas set aside, and for Christmas it was very like a large umbrella and encompassed a lot of things. And this past Christmas made me realize I probably needed to separate it a little bit, because whenever we were saving Christmas in a savings account, it was just for presents. It wasn't anything else. This year I realized that we really save enough to do presents for the girls, presents for family members, presents for each other, like outings, Santa pictures, our Christmas pictures, Christmas outfits, fun little cutesy Christmas decorations. Like, we truly save enough for that. And every year what I would do is just transfer whatever was left over in our Christmas savings account into like our regular savings account, or use it for whatever, put it in the girls account, stuff like that. So like I said, this year when I started the sinking fund, I originally had it for Black Friday, Christmas, and New Year's. Well, this year we delved into the world of more fireworks, and the fireworks ended up costing us way more than we normally spend, which is fine, not a big deal, but it kind of made me think maybe we should have just a New Year's Eve sinking fund. And then I was like, well, 4th of July we pop fireworks too. Let me do a 4th of July sinking fund and see how this year goes. And if we don't end up using it, I'll probably nix it next year. And then I just happened to see this sinking fund envelope, and again, we have a vacation savings account that we always put into, that we will continue to put into, but I'm doing this one for, my goal is $1,200 for the year, which may seem like a lot to some and nothing to others, but what this is for spending, not for the vacation itself, not for like hotel, flight, excursions if we're doing a cruise, whatever. This is for spending. So if we're going to Disney, let's say, I don't know, we may need more than $1,200 depending on what we're doing. I'm not really counting this as like food or beverages or travel or whatever. This is legit just extra on top of what we already saved for a vacation. And at this rate, we're never going on vacation. So, you know, I just thought it would be something fun to do. We'll see how it goes. $100 a month is not a lot of money, especially if you get paid like every 2 weeks or something. $50 a paycheck to be able to set aside and know you have the funds to just spend. Whether you want, I don't know, a new purse or a souvenir, a t-shirt, or a fun game, or maybe an extra excursion that you weren't planning on doing. You have that extra cash set aside. So I thought it would be fun. Again, we'll see, because I've never had anything like that. I always just take from our main savings for vacation, and it's always been perfectly fine. But we'll see. I thought it would be something fun. And so yeah, I have been kind of setting this up, seeing what it's going to look like, and that's about it. That's really all I've been doing, is just setting up envelopes and looking at stuff and checking my email and helping a friend out with her schoolwork. I started a new class, and a bunch of the girls that I worked with at the hospital are either in a similar or the same program as I am. So it's always nice when you can be kind of like a mentor for somebody else. I know for me, it was nice to have somebody ahead of me in these classes so that I could know what to expect and buy the book ahead of time and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing all night. My husband had a late night tonight, so keeping myself entertained because it's lonely. I know I've talked about this before, but it truly is lonely when your significant other works and you're at home for a good part of your day, if not the entire day, by yourself. It definitely, especially with the pandemic and like you're not taking your kids anywhere or whatever, it really does feel like you're by yourself sometimes. So it's nice to be able to vlog and feel like I have some friends to talk to. I don't know. So this, for example, like 4th of July, I did a goal of $200, and I just write it there at the bottom. And then when I deposit, I deposit once a month. So when I deposit, I will write the date, and the transaction is sinking fund, and $200 broken into 12 months will be $17 a month. Now, this will not be, it'll be about $100 when it gets time for 4th of July. So it won't be the full goal, but like I said, if I don't even use that $100, or I don't use but just a part of it, I may not need this sinking fund. This year is kind of about feeling everything out, because keeping track of them is time consuming. I mean, I can't lie, it is. But it's fun. I have nothing else to do right now. So we'll see when I get further into school. I don't actually start my second set of clinicals until the end of February. So right now I'm just doing like boring online classes, and I need something to occupy my nights, especially the nights that I'm by myself. So anywho, nice long ramble today before bed. I know some of you guys enjoy the rambliness. Some of you like literally could care less what is going on in my life or what I have to talk about, and that's cool, you know, to each their own. But those of you that enjoy hearing about this kind of stuff, I have received quite a bit of messages talking about like budgeting, how we can afford to buy like expensive groceries, and how we can afford to do things for the girls, and if we have savings accounts for them and stuff. And yes, we do. And the biggest thing that I have always done, that even the Budget Mom preaches a lot, I like some of Jordan Page's tips as well, but I don't follow anybody completely, because I don't love having so many bank accounts to keep track of. I never really liked that. I just tolerated it because I knew I had to, and I don't like using cash, which is what the Budget Mom does. So, you know, go figure. I just kind of meshed everyone together. But one of the biggest things that I can advise you is to pay yourself first. Of course, if you're in an extraordinary amount of debt, if you're barely staying afloat, if you can't even keep your bills paid, of course, your savings and stuff is going to have to go on the back burner for you to stay afloat. My next advice for that would be to get a side gig, make some extra money, sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Try and get as much cash coming into your bank account as you can to be able to afford your bills so that you can start saving for these things and paying off your debt and stuff. And it's been a long road for us. I mean, I can't lie, it has. But we've been in a really good place for the last several years. And because of that, it's enabled us to be able to really focus on the savings that we want to have. And even though some of these things are frivolous, like, you know, you may think, wow, I'm not saving for New Year's. Like, that's just crazy. If I do anything, I'll spend it then. I'll worry about it then. But that's kind of the whole point, is like whenever you, okay, my camera literally shut off because of like, girl, you talking too much. What I was saying is, you don't want to get to that point where you're like, oh crap, New Year's is next week and I have to figure out how to buy fireworks for my kids. Or if you're at a place where you're like, you know what, I just can't afford fireworks and I'm going to try and do something free for my kids. That's okay too. We have all been there. We have all been there where it's like, you know what, we cannot afford this right now. We're going to have to go more minimal. But we've got to a point now, because of all the hard work, to where we can afford frivolous things like this. And if we make it a priority in our budget after savings for stuff, then it's perfectly fine for us. So that's, I think I would heed that advice to you guys, is try and get as much money as you can in your bank account, pay off your stuff that you got to pay, make sure your bills are paid, but then pay yourself first. Make sure you have your savings accounts part of your budget. Make sure you have your sinking funds part of your budget. If you make them a priority, you'll be able to afford it. It's crazy when you think about, like I said, for New Year's, our goal for New Year's is $300, which again, for some of you may be like, that's crazy. We host New Year's every year, so that's going to include whatever food we make, whatever alcohol we have, whatever fireworks we buy, decorations. $300 to me is a decent goal. We'll see how next year goes. I spent under $300 this year, but between everything. And we do potluck, so I'm not covering just the food by myself. My brother brought some alcohol this year too. So, you know, it's easy to set a goal and save money from that. And that can be a goal in and of itself. I'm saving $300, which is only 25 bucks a month. I bet you can find $25 somewhere in your budget. If you cut back one coffee a week, there's your $25. You know, just stuff like that. You just have to make things a priority. And events like this that I get to spend with my family and friends when it's not COVID, and just enjoy ourselves and have a good time, is worth it for me to actually set a sinking fund for it. So I know that was super long. I'm definitely not 100% the person that you need to follow for financial or any kind of advice. I just kind of do my own thing and hope and pray for the best. But I would say that those are some tips that I got from some of the best in the business. And I think that overall they're great tips and really have worked to help us kind of stay on track on the goals that we want in life. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to finish this up and head to bed. Like I said, wait for my honey bunny so I can see how his night went, and then we will start all over tomorrow with the distance learning. Honestly, it feels like tomorrow should be Thursday, but it's not. It's only Wednesday, so that kind of stinks. I may place a little Walmart grocery pickup order. I don't really have the time or the energy to go into the store truly right now, so we'll see how that goes. I will update you guys tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed today. I hope we're back to normal long vlogs and that you guys like that. I know it was a chit-chatty one, but hopefully you enjoyed. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.